Hello, my name is Fire, and this clip is 3 months old. But why am I using a clip that's over 3 months old? Well, if you're watching this video before the 17th of January 2026, I'm banned. But Fire, what happened? Why are you banned? Well, because I committed heinous crimes against the Hypixel network, right? To explain it properly, let's go back in time to the 20th of October 2025. At this time, the Soul Eater enchant has just been reworked, and Jerry has left office. And as a creator who's known for Blaze Slayer, more specifically its one-taps and skips, I'm streaming, figuring out the new requirements for the skip and Tier 3 one-tap. Stream ends and DJ Zach asks to borrow my newly 15-starred Aurora helmet in return for his 1 billion Crown of Avarice. I agree, no rules are being broken, so he goes off, uses it for a bit, comes back, gives it back, and banned. Why? I have done nothing wrong. So I look into it a little bit, and to absolutely nobody's surprise, the ban is not because of the helmet. In fact, I was banned because I was IRL trading. Kind of. A week prior to this, my co-op mate Linky invited me to a party. They were on their old profile, and on this fateful stream, I commit my first crime. After joining their party and going to the main hub, they send me a trade request, contained within 34 million coins. Now, to a person like myself with a measly net worth of 100 billion coins at the time, this is a life-changing amount. Do you know what I could buy with that? Maybe an enchant, an early game weapon, a pet. 7,083,333 recurring carrots. And that is more carrots than any man should have access to. Thank God that I did not buy them, for the repercussions would have been far worse. Anyway, following this, Linky invited me to that co-op. I still to this day don't know why, but I spawned there on an empty grass plain with just brewing stands. After joining the profile, I did what anyone would do. Ran around for a bit, made jokes, opened all the chests, explored, looked to see if there was anything in the minions, claimed whatever was in the minions, and then they left. I don't really know why they left, to be honest. But either way, I claimed all their items and put them all in chests, just in case, they wanted their profile back in the future. This turned out to be a grievous waste of time on my part. You're never getting this profile back. Free account. Then, when all was said and done, I went back to my main profile. Because at the end of the day, I don't need another profile. I don't care for another profile. I have stuff to do. And that's it, right? That's all the time that I spent on the profile. Not quite. A couple days later, I logged on to sell some stuff, buy a cookie, and /show the Hyperion, because, it'd be pretty funny. I'm a low level who literally only has a Hyperion. But it's not like I did anything, right? 34 million coins, it can hardly be considered boosting, considering the net worth difference. And I didn't trade anything off the profile, or even play on it for more than 15 minutes. Judgment Day! It appears to have done something. But Fire, surely you appealed this, right? Well, I mean, yeah, of course, but successfully appealing a ban with the Hypixel network is honestly more rare than dropping a Cyclamen die with the original drop rates. And this leads me on to the second part of this video. I think there is a genuine problem with Hypixel's appeal system. Now, I don't work for Hypixel. I don't have very much knowledge on this. And unfortunately, the staff don't like to communicate very much with their player base. That being said, if anybody does have more knowledge on the appeal system and how it works, please let me know in the comments. I'd be very happy to listen. So let's use my ban as an example here. And I actually believe that this is a legitimate ban and it was issued correctly. Watchdog absolutely would have seen what had happened and gone, yep, this is IRL trading, add them to a ban list. And then I get banned during the next ban wave. This is fine. It proves that Watchdog does its job. Where I have an issue is the appeal. Because in my appeal, I wrote what I thought happened and all of the other potential reasons. I added clips of both what happened and all of my trades, which at the time I thought could have something to do with it, and none of them got viewed even once. And on top of that, if they actually read through the part where I say why I think I should be unbanned, I mention the amount of time that I'd been on the profile, and the fact that nothing left that profile at any point. in my point of view, if the admins had actually, read it and looked at the profile and confirmed that this is in fact true, I think it's fairly easy to know that it's not IRL trading. I could be wrong on this one, and that's just simply incorrect, and it is clearly IRL trading. Now, I mean, this could just be my bias speaking, but from my point of view, it would be a bit weird to buy an account and then proceed to do absolutely nothing with it whilst continuing to play on your main account. Now, I'm not trying to say that all bans are false bans. In fact, most bans are not. 9 out of 10 times, it'll just be somebody lying and trying to get themselves unbanned after cheating. That being said, sometimes it's not. And sometimes that person should probably be unbanned. Once again, this is me talking from my perspective. If your perspective differs, let me know. And with that, I'm going to end this video. Hypixel, I think you have an appeal problem. But I still like your game. The Unbanned stream is going to be on the 17th of January. I will see you then. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.